think that game was kind of indicative of our season. You know, a little good here, a little bad there. We don't play with enough consistency yet. It's a 60-minute game. You got to play all 60 minutes. And you got to play each play like it's got a history and life of its own, and we didn't do that today. We as coaches got to do a better job, and that starts with me. I'm the leader of the organization, and I'm the one held responsible for it. And certainly thought that you know, there was a point in the game where we had kind of taken it over and gotten the momentum, and then we lost that momentum on their coming out drive. And we didn't play for 60 minutes, but it really is almost a complete mirror of the season. A little good, a little bad, a little offbeat, and then give up some plays, stall out, not able to run the ball there some late, and that's frustrating and disappointing. But we will bounce back. We got an opportunity to play in a bowl game. We're going to get this team better with every practice, and we'll continue to improve.
When you have the running game well below their average, I think, but how are they able to get those guys so open on the deep passes kind of hurt you?
Yeah, hurt bad. You know, a couple of the passes there, we had bad eye control and didn't get a guy over the top. And they did a nice job with their play action game, which we know they got. You work hard anytime you play this team to not give up the big play. You look at the history of Georgia playing them, or really any team playing them, but when you look at the history, when you don't give up the big play passes, even if they hit the 10, 12, 13-yard runs, you survive. We gave up, I know, 2 really big passes, and that's critical against them because those are chunk yardages, and that's what we got to do a better job of. We didn't defend the deep passes real well.
Kirby, did you believe after the last few games that you were sort of past something like this happening?
I don't know if it's the case, past something like this happening. I mean, I think they've got a good team. I think they got a very different offense, so it made it a different kind of game than the games we've been playing, because I don't think you're ever out of it with them. You have to play such a defense that you put yourself sometimes at risk for explosive passes, and you know that. So you know they're an explosive team if they take shots and you play a certain style of defense to stop them. And we had several of those today that we didn't. So, I mean, I don't think it was a deal where I think that it couldn't happen. I think if you think something like that can't happen to your team, that's arrogance. And I certainly don't think that we were arrogant coming in.
When you review this game, you know, overnight or tomorrow, whatever, what's going to be the thing that sticks out most? You know, like Jacob's, you know, pass there in that situation, or I mean, 96-yard drive in that situation.
That's a backbreaker there, the 96-yard drive, especially after I think second, and I don't know whether they were second 12 or second 13. I mean, maybe second 10, but we stopped them on first down, and then we got them backed up, and they hit plays and got a rhythm on us. I think when you look back on it, it'll be missed opportunities. Like I said, it'll be very similar to the season. We go to the red area on defense. Do we make any stops? I don't think we did. All right. Do we go to the red area on offense? Do we cash every chip in? No, we have to kick field goals 3 times maybe. I don't know, 2 or 3 times we missed one. So the squandered opportunities is the most frustrating thing about the game. And I give them credit; they made plays when they had to.
You mentioned indicative of the season is when you have a team as young as you've had this year. Is that something, the price that can come with young players playing at so many key positions, and what can you do?
Well, I think early in the year it can, but those kids should have grown up. We've done a good job, I think, developing those guys, gaining some confidence. But we made some bonehead mistakes today that when you play these guys, your number of series, especially on offense, is reduced because the game's reduced. So your level of ability to miss on a first or second down, or have a play lined up wrong, or look at the wrong read, when you do one little thing wrong, it blows it out of proportion because you lose a drive. You know, and I think that's consistently what we've done. When I say a mirror of the whole season, it's one guy have bad eye control or a poor decision, putting formation into the boundary offensively. So I think when you do that, you make yourself susceptible to those kind of games. And we certainly got to do a better job as coaches, starting with me, of doing that better.
Kirby, mentioned those reduced series, only 34 yards in the fourth quarter. Just how much did that on the, hurting the way the offense was able to go in the fourth quarter?
Oh yeah, I mean the offense didn't get the ball much in the fourth quarter, because that's as much on the defense as it is the offense getting 34 yards. The fact we couldn't get them off the field and they couldn't get a possession to be able to grind it out, And I certainly think that they did a better job as the game went on of controlling the run game, of stopping the run.
Kirby, if you close this out, you're 8-4, 4-game winning streak heading into the bowl. Instead, obviously, it's what it is. How much does this change kind of things going forward?
I don't think it changes anything for us. I mean, it's disappointing. I'm upset. I mean, but we now turn the page and we have to say, all right, what are we gonna do now? We've gotta get this team better. How do we get this team better? We get the players here some bowl practice, which is an advantage, to be able to go practice for a bowl game wherever we get to go, and improve our team, improve our depth, get the younger players that aren't playing better, and then go out and recruit. For the next 14 days, we get to go hit the road and go recruit. And that's ultimately the lifeblood of your program, is how do you recruit, and can you improve what you've got on your team? Look, I'm just sick for the seniors, because these guys have given us so much. And several of them are really key contributors, whether it's special teams or role players. I mean, to see those guys heartbroken, that frustrates me. I think I let them down, and that's the most disheartening.
Is that because you lost your last game to them? Or?
Well, I mean, it really didn't have anything to do with me losing it. I'm sick for them. I already had mine.
Right, but
but I feel their pain.
Right.
I know what they went through, and I understand that. But I explained to them that in life, you're gonna deal with this kind of adversity. They're gonna go on from here and deal with adversity. I just hate it for these seniors, because so many of our freshmen and sophomores, I don't know that they understand. I don't know they know the magnitude of this game for them, for the future, for these seniors. I don't think they understand that. And we've tried to harp on that all week. Lana did a great job of explaining it to those guys, and ultimately we weren't able to get it done.
After the touchdown for Tech, that was almost a busted play. Y'all had it kind of covered while you wanted to throw it maybe back to Thomas coming out of the backfield, and you had that snuffed out, left the middle open.
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, that's one of their toughest plays. We repped that play all week. Throw back to the quarterback is really hard, because you're teaching everybody on option football to flow and try to stop the option. And then they had the pitch. They were going to throw it back to him. I probably would have thought that would have been wide open, but we covered it. Reggie covered it really well. But we had a breakdown in the inside, and didn't get the guy on the ground. I mean, people probably overplayed the play, and everybody went back to stop Justin, and the kid just kept it and ran it in. I don't know if we missed tackles there. He just made a hell of a run, but he got it in. I mean, it was a gutsy play call by them, but we defended it well and didn't get him on the ground.
You talking about the red zone issues of defense and the shorter field after the pick? I mean, did you not like your chances to hold them there?
What do you mean?
I mean, you guys really needed to stand there after the moment.
Yeah, we needed to stand bad. I mean, I expected to stop them. I expected us to go out and stop them and have a chance. We needed a touchdown, not a field goal. So I certainly expected to stop them, but we didn't.
What do you feel you can build on from this game?
Well, I think everybody can learn the magnitude. That's what I'm saying about the freshmen and sophomores, understanding that this game it's different. It's a different kind of game because you're playing a different kind of offense. So it even changes for our offense. We've got to be able to control the ball. We've got to be able to convert third downs, which we converted more third downs than we have been. And did some good things offensively. It's kind of like the whole year. But then we had some situations we couldn't convert, and we didn't score in the red area. That's why I say it's a microcosm of the whole year.
What do you think went into you guys being able to stop the option a lot in the second half until those final two drives in which they were able to hit those big plays?
Momentum and some of the passes. I mean, I'll be honest with you, when they're a run-first team, we all know that, so we got to stop the run. The minute you stop being able to stop the run, that's when it really opens up the floodgates. And we had that, early the first drive. They were doing some unique things. They did a good job of offensively doing some different schemes. We adjusted to it, but at the end of the day, we weren't able to control the vertical passing game, the deep balls as well as we wanted to. Certainly, every one of those plays we repped and worked on, but we didn't stop them when we had to. We got to give our kids a better opportunity to be able to stop those.
Sonny Michelle had a career day rushing the ball. It's the most yards he's had here. What did he do so well today?
He ran hard. He ran with heart. He wanted some payback for last time he was here that he played against him. He told me personally, he said, "Coach, I want to go out and give it my all and do it right." Last time I played against him, I think he had a fumble going in the end zone or something, and he wanted to get it right and get it fixed. I thought he and Nick both ran really hard. Great competitors.
Both of their touchdowns in the first half were set up by, some big plays. How frustrating is it to have that happen in the first half after the problem against Louisiana offense?
Problem with?
With the amount of big plays.
Oh, I got you defensively? Yeah, I mean, that's real frustrating. I mean, I think when you play them, that's what you look and say, when you make them drive it through, they usually have a botched pitch. They usually have a negative play, which happened today a lot. Had a negative yardage play, and then they get behind the sticks and can't make it up. When they beat you is when they hit big plays. And they hit those big play passes today that we gave everything we could for them not to hit. But the kid made throws. He's a senior quarterback. Their guys made plays down the field.
Coach, when you talk about momentum games, Is it possible to subconsciously sort of let off the gas a little bit when you do have everything sort of going in your favor, even if you aren't consciously trying to?
Sure, I think that's possible. I don't know that that happened today. I thought we had good momentum, good juice in the energy in the stands, and we were rolling, and then boom, they hit a big play on the second down coming out, and we started to lose momentum. And as they drove down the field, I called timeout, thought we could regroup there, find a way to stop them, and we had some guys tired, some guys gassed at that point, and we were not able to stop them.
I know you don't want to be in the business of ranking losses, but will this one hurt just even more with kind of the mini off-season you have for the next month going into the building?
Losses are losses. I mean, I really don't think you can compare them. I think at the end of the day, we've got to show improvement. We've got to get this group better. We've got to get the younger players to play better. We've got to get the younger guys to play like older guys, and that's the ultimate goal.
Kirby, on Jacobs' interception, throwing on second down, what was the thinking on that play?
The thinking was they were loading the box. They're putting everybody in there, and they had done it a couple plays in a row, and we were really struggling a little bit to run it there a couple times, and thought it was a good. I mean, it's a 2-yard guy on the flat. It's a simple play call, and I don't know if he put a little bit behind him. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but what happened happened.
That was DeAndre Baker. He was getting helped off the field there, too.
I'm not sure. I didn't get a report. I know he was out of the game. They came and told me he was out at the time, so I'm not sure if he got cut or what exactly happened to him. Knee.
Kirby, do you guys have a priority in recruiting for these next couple of weeks in terms of needs?
Yeah, I think when you look at it from the standpoint of, obviously the offensive line is a big area for us to try and improve. We try to target that area, and we try to have a diverse class filled with good players where it's not overloaded one way or the other. So we want to have a balanced, good, healthy class, size class. We've got to get bigger. We've got to get bigger at some positions where we're not. Secondary is one we hope to get a little bit bigger and get more physical for these type games. I mean, there was a lot of perimeter blocking that they did where they're blocking a corner or blocking a safety, and you can't tie and win on these guys. You got to defeat a block and get back there. But the recruiting will be the emphasis for the next really 14 days. It's a contact period.
Last question?
Kirby, it gets overshadowed when you lose like this, but did the O-line, especially run blocking, have its best performance?
I mean, I think so. I think that they had a will. That senior group that I talked about, Lano, Pike, and Catalina, really wanted to come out and be physical. They got 2 good backs behind them to help them do it. I thought they did that, but obviously it wasn't enough at the end to put us over the top. And we all look at that as our responsibility. No one team, no defense, no offense, no special teams, just the whole group. We didn't get it done, and that starts with us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.